A major storm strikes. 500,000 customers in the dark. 4,000 outage cases. 3,000 wires down. 2,000 poles broken or leaning. $1 million to $10 million daily cost to utility. Shareholders ask tough questions. At what level should I activate my storm response plan? When will my power be back on? Is the utility responding appropriately to a storm of this magnitude? Some major utilities are using smart damage assessment technology to reduce the cost and impact of major storm events. But how are they doing it? Post-storm damage assessment, whether using paper maps and tickets or a computer system, is a visual inspection of the distribution system. The assessor starts at the circuit breaker or recloser and walks or drives the circuit recording damage to facilities. When the assessor comes upon the first area of asset damage, he captures the location of damage by marking the map or capturing the GPS location, records info about the damaged location, including if the location is truck accessible, weather conditions, and confirmation of status of isolating devices. At the damaged location, the assessor records his observation of the damage, poles that are broken or leaning, and size and class of poles if known. Transformers that are damaged or need replaced, including size and type if known. Wires down, including voltage, primary, secondary, or service, size and type if known. Any other major damage to capacitors, regulators, anchors, reclosers, cutouts, or framing. The goal is to restore the three-phase circuit backbone first. Often, single-phase taps will be opened to cutouts to clear lines that can't be visually inspected. The goals are to restore the greatest number of customers as quickly as possible, then priority customers such as hospitals, hotels, and businesses, and then finally residential customers. To avoid duplication of effort and to document that lines are assessed before re-energizing lines, it is important to indicate and record taps and lines that have been assessed. This can be recorded using GPS breadcrumb as the assessor walks or drives the circuit, or by marking the map if the assessor can visually see that the line is clear of damage. Wire guarding is an increasingly important aspect of post-storm assessment. Assessors may be required to stay at a location where wires are on the ground to protect the public from electrical shock hazard. During storms, thousands of wire downs may be reported and must be assessed. Often these reported hazards are telephone or cable wires which do not pose a significant risk. Assessors can take a picture of the risk that can be assessed by coordinators in the office. The second approach to post-storm assessment is to dispatch assessors directly to the location of damage as predicted in the Outage Management System, or OMS. The OMS predicts the location of outages based on the input of customer calls reporting damage or outage, fire and police reports, SCADA and other line sensors, and AMI. As the OMS uses constantly updated input from customers and systems, it refreshes its prediction of outages. These incidents and hazards are sent to the Smart Damage Assessment System to be assigned to assessors. The Smart Damage Assessment System integrates with GIS to provide a network model and background data digitally to assessors to speed the process. Assessors in the field can receive newly assigned incidents or hazards on their laptop or tablet, GPS handheld, or phone via any internet connection. This frees up radio and telephone traffic and assures that the assessment data is transferred quickly and accurately. Computerized assessment provides GPS navigation technology which allows assessors to more quickly find the location of incidents and hazards. This is particularly important to assessors from outside the territory, such as mutual assistance partners and contractors. Utilities can augment commercial navigation data with locations of circuit, devices, and substations. The Smart Damage Assessment System can be extended beyond utility employees to mutual assistance partners and contractors through Smart Damage Assessment System on a stick. This functionality enables mutual assistance partners and contractors to use their own computers for assessment by running the Smart Damage Assessment application from a flash drive or USB. The flash drive can be loaded with incidents and hazards with maps of the network to assist in the location and assessment of work. The flash drive can be exchanged at meals or at the end of the day. As the assessment data pours into the Smart Damage Assessment System, this data can be used to create restoration incident detail reports that can be given to crews for tree, digger, line, or service, either by paper or emailed via PDF. Dashboards to show the current status of assessments and restoration, particularly important to communicate to the Public Utility Commission and any serving communities. Automatically produce reports during and after the storm for number of poles replaced and other purposes. The Smart Damage Assessment System generates incident summary reports showing a map of the incident and any damaged locations, the material needed, the summary of the materials and labor needed to restore service. The report can be printed or emailed, and it is tracked along the way. The crew can mark on the printed report what work was completed to later update GIS and asset systems. In the Smart Damage Assessment System can be combined with data from other corporate systems to mine the storm after restoration to determine the number of poles, transformers, and wires down for PUC reporting. But maybe just as important, the system can generate reports to more proactively manage assets to reduce outage frequency and duration in the future. After each major storm event, the Smart Damage Assessment database can be archived to be mined later for various reports. Combining this data with other systems multiplies the value. This data can be used for mock storms to conduct practices and systems in preparation and training of employees. Dashboards allow better decisions and assessment of resources, crews, materials, and restoration. This starts to happen immediately upon getting assessors in the field, particularly important in the first 24 to 72 hours after the damage begins, so the crews from other operating companies, mutual assistance partners, and contractors can be mobilized to the right location. Also a vital tool to keeping the PUC and communities informed of the progress and setting expectations. Geospatial Innovations' Smart Damage Assessment process shows utilities the fastest, easiest, and most precise storm damage assessment approach, shaving manual steps and speeding informed decisions. To download a fact sheet on our Storm Ready workshop for utilities, submit the request form on this webpage. Thank you. This is Carl Livingood, President of Geospatial Innovations.